Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everybody. This is
Yay!
Johnny Wu here with MDI. Welcome back again for our weekly Monday interviews with local talents. Today we have my honor to have Stacey Malone. She's a
Hey!
wonderful person and also award-winning screenwriter. So, Stacey,
Aw.
welcome again. Thank you for being here with us. Would you mind to tell us a little bit about who you are and such?
Okay. All right. Hello, folks. My name is Stacey Malone. I have my own production company called 1221 Entertainment Group. I started making films when I was a little girl with my dad. We did a lot of, let's just say if YouTube wasn't around back in the 80s, I would be a lot in a better place in my life right now than I am. Because we did a lot of these videos with a video camera and VHS tape. And my dad did a lot of editing with a VHS tape here at our house, like no editing bed, just putting it together to make skits and talk shows and whatnot. And so I never really thought about that being, a career. It was just, fun. And I've always been known when I was a little kid as a liar, but now I just know I was a storyteller. So that just also prepared me for my life as being a filmmaker and a screenwriter. So I'm a filmmaker, a screenwriter, a producer, an actor. Casting director, anything around film I love to do, and I'm happy to do.
Wow, there's a lot of hats you're wearing. So
I
which one of
mean,
the, go ahead, go ahead.
oh no, hey, I love it. When you love it, it's just doing it. It's not even a job. It's just
Right, that's true.
fun.
We got a couple of shout outs, one from Columbus and Gaines Strauss. And they're on
Hey,
the end stuff production.
hey,
They're watching right now on YouTube. So
yay! Okay, cool.
yeah. So tell us a bit, which one of those hats that you wear that it's the most challenging one, and which one is the most interesting one?
Oh, okay. Challenging and interesting. Probably the most challenging is for me probably being an actor a little bit, because I am a screenwriter and I am a director, and it's hard for me sometimes to break that director's hat when I'm on set, and then like a director might have an idea for something. I'm like, that's not gonna work, but I gotta keep my mouth shut. So that's probably the most challenging, to not let that, or if a line is like it's not flowing right, and I'm just like, my screenwriter hat start coming. I'm like, no, just say the line like I said, just say it, So that's probably the most challenging, is when I'm just acting and it's not my own production.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then the most, what was it called? Rewarding, you said? Or
Interesting.
Interesting. Probably editing is the most
really?
interesting. I'm very basic on it.
Okay.
So, but just anytime I've done anything, I've always had a system where I kind of lay the track work for what I want it to look like, the shots I like. And then the editor would go in and kind of clean it up, make it nice, because I don't really know that. I didn't go to film school. I have no film training, besides just kind of doing it on my own. I had a little bit in college because I was a mass communication major. So I did take basic video production. And that's when I had to use like the little in mini VD tapes to edit with. But just using Premiere Pro is just so interesting, because that's where that story actually like comes to life.
Right.
Like, you're taking everything you've done, everything, all your hard work, and now you're seeing everything, and you're seeing it actually look like what was in my head. And that's like my favorite part. So that's the most interesting. I just need to learn more about it because I don't have the training.
Right, I understand. Yeah, but it's kind of interesting how you said about you biting your tongue when you other people said and said. So, any other? Do you have any directors actually said to you that you have to follow the script, your dialogue the way it is, or can you allow to be able to do a little bit differences?
Well, in the beginning, when I first kind of got into doing film around Cleveland, I really was making sure that I did not say anything and respect the set, and I regretted it later. But I think a lot of directors now who ask me to work, they know that I'm a director as well. So therefore, they're a little more comfortable if I do have an idea. I just have to try and think of a nice way. So if they ask me, I'm happy to, give some info, but I'm not going to, I know how it is on your set. When you're in charge of your set, you want to be in charge of your set. Yeah, so I'm not going to step on anyone's toes. But, if there is something that you just know that's not working, it's not working, then I will kind of like, well, maybe, why don't we try? Maybe I could, So that's just how that is. But I have no problem with it,
Gotcha. I personally, as a director, I like my actors to modify their lines to make it fit in their personality.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, just because of the way I look at it, certain ways, in certain way, the dialogue I perceive the person will be acting for may not work for the person.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I do that a lot too. I try not to be like too strict on it. I think of it as just kind of bare bones. This is basically what I need to get across in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people don't, the way I wrote it may not be the way that easily comes out of their mouth.
Right.
You know, some people switch words. You know, that's just how their brain. So if I'm going to get upset about you can't have the two words, I'm wasting time and money. So as long as it makes sense and it might even, you know, add to something I didn't see, I have no problem with that. But some people do like to be a little, so you just kind of see how you got to test the water, see how the set is.
Yeah, it's true. So, so how do you do this? Let's say you have a project you want to put together. And how is your process to put together a script?
It's kind of weird. I work kind of organically in a sense. Like I never know what idea is going to kind of pop in my head and for what reason. I have not yet had the privilege of someone hiring me saying, hey, this is what I want you to do here, not, you know, this, what not, and do it this way. So I've been lucky to be organic and kind of have my own process, which is, you know, wherever the story starts, it normally starts with a scene. Mm-hmm. Some scene pops into my head. And then now I have to create my script. Okay, well, how did we get to this scene? And now where are we going?
Okay.
So that's how I write in that process. I may not have a title. I may not have anything else, but I need to know, okay, how did we get in this scene that popped in my head? Who is this character? Who is that character? Why did they get there? So then it just sort of evolves into a story from there for me. And then it's, you know, that's basically how I come up with my scripts.
And do you usually have a lot of cast to be involved in this story, or you trying to concentrate your story to be with a certain cast members?
Well, you know, it really depends on what story kind of lines up, and if what stars align to what I'm gonna do. I've had a big cast before. The very first thing I did was Greek Chronicles. Was the first thing I ever kind of did in production, and that was a huge cast, huge cast. When you're independent, huge casts are very frustrating, frustrating. So I tried to in the next one not make it so many characters, but then it still kind of was a lot. And then I did a short film, was like, okay, I'm just making one chick in it, and that's it, because I just want to get it done. So it just depends on the story for me, how I'm gonna, you know, because I'm very character driven. I don't know if that's because of me being an actor and a writer too, but I'm very character driven in how I tell the story.
So most of your film are drama based?
No, it's really the story. I really don't know what, there's no way I can know what the story is going to take me, to be honest, if that makes any sense in my hippie way.
You know, the funny thing is, I saw Low Life so many times. I don't remember you there, probably because you were so good and just you know the character, but not recognizing your face.
Oh yeah. You know what? I was honored. Mish asked me to do it because I always wanted to work with Mish, you know, and when he asked me, I was like, yes, whatever you want me to do, I don't care. And so he didn't really have a plan for me. He was like, was going to be a date, so just come in and do the date. I was like, okay. So I show up, and you know, there was a lot of other really great actresses there, and so I just was like, I was going second to last, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna watch and see what they're doing and try to fill a hole that maybe is not being done in the scene.
So you became a scriptwriter on set, isn't it? Because you kind of just realize what's happening, and then you're trying to make it work in your character.
And director and producer. All
there you go.
I mean, I can't turn it off, even if I wanted to. And then he was just like, go. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just be, one of my favorite scenes is from Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall are in the club and they are talking to these women. And there's this chick, and she just talks real fast, real fast. And that's just, and so I was like, I want to do a little homage to that.
Yeah.
And so, because I don't know if a lot of his audience have seen Coming to America, maybe they have, maybe they haven't. So, you know, if they want to know, you know, I always let people know that that's where I, you know, sort of got the idea to do that. And so I just sort of took whatever sort of came in my head and just went for it. And that was actually really the first take. It was one take we did that.
Look at that. That's because you're a good, very good talented actress, so you can make it work.
Yeah, and it's good to
It's
go.
like you put your own director's point turn.
I mean,
spin.
when the lights come on, you got to perform. You got to be ready.
Right,
you ain't
right.
on stage, you finna go on stage. And if you want to, be able to be asked, or because this business is nothing more than referrals. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if I come on set and I'm having trouble, well, someone asked me, well, hey, no. I had a lot of trouble with her. You can't do that. I have to come there ready, and I came there ready. And so
That's good.
That's just it.
So Scott Morrison just make a comment. He said, "I love working with you. And
I love you too.
You were so amazing in First Strike."
Oh, I love First Strike. That was fun. That was another one that kind of got thrown into. That wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be the lead. I was just supposed to be like on set, like just helping. I didn't come with my hair done. I didn't come with anything ready to go. Like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be on crew. I'm just gonna enjoy this experience because I got to work with Pauline and Chrissy, which I never got to work with. I try to work with as many different people in the Cleveland film industry. I don't want to get set to one set. There's some people who just work with the same people. I never want to be like that. I want to be able to get what I can, I guess because I didn't go to film school, get what I can from every set.
Okay.
So, I love working with a lot of different people. So this was my chance to get to work with them. And so Pauline tells me in the morning, I'm almost on my way. Hey, you're going to be the lead today. What? I didn't sign up for this. Wait a minute. I thought I was going to hold some stuff, carry some stuff, be script supervisor or something like that. And then she said, I'm going to be lead. So now I'm learning lines all day. And so that was the first time I ever had to learn lines. But she was very gracious because, with the 48, you can't be those. You got to, except for the line, you got to be sticking on the line. But, it was just great. It was a great experience. I love working with Scott. Scott's amazing. We did actually won Best Actress for the Fun Mill Films. Shout out.
Yeah. I mean, Pauline and Scott both saying right now that you're so amazing.
Hey, Pauline. I love Pauline.
I want some dirt. So Scott and Pauline throw some question dirt so it can embarrass her a little bit.
Oh, dirt. Man, I can't make up some. All I know is they bring donuts, Jack Frost donuts, and that's amazing. That gets you going. So that's about the biggest dirt. You're going to get some donuts.
Wait, do you sing too?
Great. Oh, no. I'm a blender.
Just to let you know, your dad's watching too.
Oh, hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. I love him.
Yeah, so it's
that's my best friend.
Message. So
Of course he did.
So I see that you directed Greek Chronicles. That's a web series.
Yep.
How long was that?
That was 2013.
And how many episodes was there?
There were 6 episodes.
Okay. Was it hard to coordinate a web series?
Yeah, especially because I had never done it before.
Yeah.
I had wrote a script the year before. It was the first script I ever decided to write because I kind of I just wanted to be an actress. And so what happened was I got knocked up and I couldn't go to LA. So I was like, okay, I need to have my life be stable. I got a kid now. I have to have a job security. So I was like, well, if I can write it, direct it, produce it, act in it, I'm always have a job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I kind of went to, was like, well, let me try to write a script. I know I always have ideas, man. Let me try to write a script. So I wrote a script. It did very well at the Indie Gathering and, got an award for that. And then I was like, okay, that's great. Next step, let me try to produce something. Okay. So this was my first sort of flare into producing. And I loved college so much. I had such a blast. And I've always been fascinated with Greek life. It was just and soap operas. Okay. So soap operas and Greek life were kind of 2 of my favorite things. My grandmother, I always used to watch soap operas with her every single day because you watch what grandma watches. And so I was fascinated with the storytelling. So a lot of my stories have to deal with drama like that too. So I was watching, I really wanted to take the Greek life and sort of make it a soap opera because it's sort of kind of like, in All My Children, there's like, the big families that sort of run the town, the Newmans on, so Greek life is sort of like that in a way too. These Greek fraternities are sort of like families in a sense, and there's families that go together. There's a lot of different things that go around with it. So I kind of took that aspect of Greek life and made it into a soap opera. Now it wasn't going to give anybody any secrets. I'm not Greek, but I just really enjoyed the genre and the story of Greeks. And so I had a lot of friends who are Greeks who kind of made sure I didn't overstep my bounds, or, they'd help me out to make things legit. So I would shout out to them, love them. They don't want me to say nothing who, but because they'll get in trouble. Actually had a couple people on my cast who actually were Greek, and they were like, you're pretty dead on. I'm like, okay, that's great. So when someone can actually think you're Greek and you're not Greek, that's a very big compliment.
Cool.
So
yeah. So it took how long did it take you to finish the whole 6 episodes?
It was lots of reshoots for sure. We were shot on Ball and Walls campus on Parents Weekend, real guerrilla style. Parents Weekend, that way we could have like parents be walking around and it can look like it's move-in day, because that's the day that we start the series. Is move-in day, so we needed parents. So I was like, "Ooh, Parents Weekend, let's do that." So we kind of shot guerrilla style, and no one was really worried about us because everyone's doing all the activities, and we were able to shoot in the dorms, and we were able to shoot in the quad and all the other stuff because it was basically empty. So you got to take advantage of what you can when you can. So,
there you go.
And it was a nice little camcorder. It wasn't no big production. This was like handheld camcorder. If you look at the footage, please, again, it was my first thing. But listen to the acting. Look at the acting. It's amazing. Yeah. Shout out to my dad. My dad was actually my cinematographer. He did an amazing job.
So Dash, you gave us some little embarrassing moment for Stacey, so we can actually hear about it.
I have he'll tell you too. Oh man. Oh man, he will. He's got a bunch. He's
for this web series, how was what's the most challenging thing you had to deal with? Is it scheduling, or more producing, or location?
Location. No, I'd probably say scheduling, especially because like when, you have to get everyone, especially there were so many people, I need to try and get them. And we have a certain amount of time. And then like one girl like was gone for like 6 hours. Oh. And then also like this girl, I told her we were shooting 2 weekends, and I told her like, know your script, okay? Everything is taking place in one day. This whole is one day at the school. She comes one weekend and films, and her hair is very nice, and it's her own hair. And she comes back the next weekend with full braids in her hair. Now, for anyone who doesn't know about black hair, it takes at a minimum maybe 4 or 5 hours to get hair done. So now we have to try and make it seem like, okay, well, she came into this room moving in, and somewhere between then and that afternoon, she got her hair done while she was moving into college. So that was very hard. So then now I have to try and do the scenes and crop her hair out of the scene.
Oh, wow.
So I got to try and like make her hair be like this so that people don't see that she's got a full hair of braids in her head. So that was very hard. And I'm a new editor on top of that. So that was probably the most challenging. I feel like my hair.
I'm assuming that you've been cursing or like crazy the moment you were doing that.
In my head, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can't, because it's like these people are giving me their time. I'm not paying them. We're doing this rogue, guerrilla style. So it's like I can't like take time away because this is all we have. This is the time we have. Yeah. I didn't have lights. Then, so we've got darkness coming, and I've got to try to shoot in the quad, so everything looks yellow. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, though. Go check it out. It's beautiful.
It's even though I agree that you don't want to take your time to be upset with them, but sometimes responsibility and be a professional is a different story. Even though you do it for free, you committed yourself to be on the set. You committed yourself to be on this project. You should at least have the courtesy or the professionalism to do it right.
Right. I know. And that was my first time ever working with people, so I didn't. But since past, yes, it would be very.
Now
much
you yell at people. You don't do it.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? Whose set are you on? And then 9 times out of 10, I probably won't use them again.
Well, DJ No is also watching.
Hey DJ, I love you.
She said 4 or 5 hours is still not that much time.
Exactly. Really, right.
Yeah.
Right. So now she's got like, so I hated cutting her out. She was an amazing actress, but you don't match. Continuity.
Or maybe just that's the twin sister that walk in. Who knows? Yeah.
Oh my god! That probably would have been easier. Been like, oh no, my sister doesn't go here anymore. Actually, that probably would have been a better idea. Like, did my sister come in here? But then at the end of the episode, her hair was not like that. So
that's a little hard to do match together.
Yeah.
So Lucy Edwards asking this question. She wants to know, what would you say your dream role is?
That's my niece. Hi, Lucy. That's my niece.
Now the whole family is watching.
I know. I got such a supportive family. My dream role, there's so many. I love to be an action star. I got a little taste of being an action star. Like, I feel like when I think I'm having an affair with my wife. I'm having an affair with my wife that we shot 2 years ago. We got to do a mud wrestling scene.
Ooh.
So that was pretty awesome. We had to get like training from Keith Collins. Shout out to Keith. Got some nice training from him, wrestling moves. So probably an action star would probably be my favorite, but I just want to play them all. Like I'm intrigued by different personalities and different types of people. So just as much contrast as I can do as better. I don't want to look one-dimensional.
So you should probably submit to my next project coming out this winter.
Okay.
We are doing a sci-fi action, kind of like a horror suspense type of movie.
Okay, I haven't done one of those.
Yeah, so if you'll be interested, I was saying the information you can submit. We're still looking for a lead actress, and and the very important for me in my set is I need to make sure we have a diversity in our group.
Amen.
I cannot work with just certain type of people or certain colors because that threw me off guard. Because I think probably because I recently in an environment where diversity is very important. So whatever I do, I have to make sure if I have 5 guys, I have to make sure there's one of them is good female. So that works really well. So that's actually something that James Gabby Barney was saying, that he haven't worked with you yet, but he's love to. So potentially we might be working together in my next project. Who knows, right?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, and even just to be on set, like I said, I've never gotten a chance to work with you. So even just to be on set to work with you, I'd be happy to do that.
No, that'd be great.
Because because I want to get as much experience. There's nothing like on set training.
Yes, that's very true. So you can be actually behind the scene and you can be the line producer shouting at people. You can play the bad guy.
Ooh. That's fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
There you go.
I'll do it.
So your dad just said that your dad just mentioned about you cut your foot doing the model the fight. Oh
yeah, I cut my foot. It was bad. We were doing the mud wrestling because it was very intricate, and it was basically it wasn't really a mud pit. It was like a rock pit almost. It was at this it was real far out, and it was at this range that we heard military weapons going far away from where we were, which was kind of scary. So it was just this big kind of gravel mud pit, but there was a lot of rock in it. And so they just kind of wet it.
Tiny rocks and stuff like that.
Big rocks.
Oh,
big rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, that you didn't really notice till you got a little further. So
ouch.
It was under. So then when they made it, into mud and it got all, nice and lathered up, then next thing you know, there's rocks poking through. So
Jeez.
I think there's a thing where I fall back and throw her over me, or I roll over her, and then I cut my foot. And it was pretty bad, but it was okay. It was all worth it. It was all in a day's work.
Ouch.
It was all in a day's work.
Yeah. All right. So looking at all the project that you're involved with, which one of all the acting project that you're involved, which one's the most challenging one?
Most challenging one?
Yeah.
Probably I'm having an affair with my wife. Probably was the most challenging because that was my first lead.
Oh. Okay.
And it wasn't my script. It wasn't my story. So it was really trying to take on this character that I didn't know, and I had to actually get to know. In a sense. So that was hard. And so that probably was the hardest one. And then just knowing the schedule and knowing so much is on you and really being the person all day was a lot. But I loved it. But that was probably the most challenging as an actor.
And what about as an actor, the most embarrassing one?
Okay, probably never. It's never fun doing like a love scene, especially when it's your first love scene and nobody on the set knows what we're doing.
Really?
Nobody knows. No. So in Now What, which is my series.
Let's don't worry about mentioning the name of the movie. Just talk about.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I wanted to be authentic as possible. Not too authentic, but as possible with my comfort level. So it was taping appendages, and then trying to act without appendages falling out while acting, but then also looking like I'm not worrying about appendages falling out while acting. So that was kind of embarrassing. Yeah, just walking out with them pasties and everyone kind of being like was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
So was that a small crew or there was everybody was?
No, it was a small crew because I was in the bedroom, so it couldn't be that big. It was just the cinematographer, the director, because I didn't direct that episode. I was just an actor in that one, and the other actor, and then I had a woman in there because I just wanted a woman because it was two men who were the cinematographer and the director. I wanted to just feel comfortable for myself, have a woman, so I know just to be there and know what I'm going through. So I had our script supervisor there, and then one PA.
Your dad knows about this, right? Because he's watching this, so he's gonna.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, my dad was not one of my dad was not the PA on that one. He PA'd on a lot of other parts of that shoot, but not that one. No. Gotcha. No, he took a pass. On that one. Telling my dad I had to do a love scene was very also embarrassing.
He's watching. He's laughing right now. He's glad he wasn't there.
I know he was.
All right. So Michael Stafford had this question. How did you go about networking with talented individuals while building your personal film projects?
The biggest thing is just I try to be as engaging on social media as possible. A lot of times it's a great place, especially now with everything that happened, because sometimes you gotta watch what words you use. YouTube don't like it. But during our situations that we had, it was a great time to sort of take advantage of getting to know people because they were like offering things like different seminars and different, webinars and all these other different things that you might not normally get because they would have them at their own facility, but now they're forced to do it online, which makes it open. So I just try to network and, if someone's posting something on Twitter, I'm like, oh, well, hey, I'll comment on that and then get to know people that way. Instagram was I got a lot of connects through Instagram. And then also just going to all the film networking stuff in Cleveland is most important. Going to any sort of thing that I can. It's sometimes hard for me to get out because I got a kid. But when I can, I try to go there, and then you just got to make the most of that hour, 2 hours you're there, and you can't be afraid. You got to go up and just talk to them and find out what people are doing. Have something creative on your name tag, so people have to ask a question. Like I put future mogul. And they're like, "Oh, you're a future mogul, yeah." And then we get to talking. So there's a lot of different ways you can a lot of things you can do to sort of engage with people, and it really is just a thing of connecting with folks.
Okay, yeah, that is true. And when you are on different set and everything else, what is the most memorable time that you have?
Probably working with my dad on like acting. No, I know acting with my dad, and I'm having an affair with my wife because it was kind of a full circle at that point. I told you about how I wouldn't probably be half of the actor or performer or person I am without him. So to be able to be on a set that wasn't like my set, it wasn't just it was something we were actually doing there to do, and being on set was just a kind of surreal moment. We kind of had to look at each other like, wow, this is really, really happening. This is not our living room with the camera. This is
Nice.
a real set. So that probably was
So
most memorable.
would you say that if you didn't follow your dad's footsteps to be a part of the acting filmmaking, would you still be doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
I
just
mean, like I
curious.
said, these were. I mean, my dad. Actually, no, yeah, probably. I think so. I can't imagine doing anything else. It's like in our blood. All of our family is funny. All of our family are performers in a sense. If it's not, rap or acting, or in a sense of just even when we're around people, we're performing. Just if someone comes to our house or comes to an event that we have when our family is there, it is a show. You are going to see a show. Believe that one.
Right.
Even though they don't want to be on camera, but it's a show. But that's just how we are.
That's pretty cool. So Lucy got another question for you.
Hello.
When did you realize you wanted to get into film industry?
When I was in high school, I went to Regina High School, which is no longer a school anymore. So sad. And it was Regina High Day, and which is our sort of day that we celebrate our feast for our school. And we were having a performance, the drama club. And that was my first time ever really performing in front of people. I've done all the stuff with my dad, and our family look at it, but that's just cute little stuff. This was actually an audience looking at me. And I got out, I opened this door and I couldn't see anything. I came out the side door and I had to sing "To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a special meat bun." And the crowd went crazy. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it forever. All this, I want you all. I need you all. And that was it. That was it. No turning back.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So are you having any new project coming up soon, or you just writing a script?
Oh no, right now I am working on, I'm working on still the documentary on Cleveland hip hop with J. Cool and MC Chill and a lot of other great rappers here from Cleveland. So I was asked to direct it, and I really was honored because number one, it's hip hop. So asking a female director to, do this about Cleveland hip hop evolution, I was honored he asked me. So,
wow. Cool.
Right. So, and the main thing about this is that I thought we could do this because I had no idea about Cleveland hip hop. I grew up in a way where I was not, I won't say sheltered, but like, I wasn't able to listen to hip hop until I was of a certain age.
Okay.
So when the evolution of Cleveland hip hop, I was too young to be able to listen. So I have no idea who these people were, to be honest. So I thought this was going to be like a nice little short film we could do. No harm, no foul. And then you get into it and there's so much history and so much I didn't know, and so many different avenues that I didn't know that Cleveland has touched in the hip hop industry outside of Cleveland, that I didn't know that we've had our hand in a lot of different ways. We are the gateway for, how music is distributed because we're the Midwest. We're like so I didn't know that. Wow. So it's been very interesting to learn a lot about my own city that I didn't even know.
That's
and
pretty cool.
The contributions. Yeah. So that's what we're working on now. We're editing. We've had a lot of interviews. I came in to the project midway. So I had to kind of catch up and then keep going. But like I said, it's been amazing. I've met so many amazing people. We've got some more amazing people to meet. But yeah, it's going great. We're really excited about it. So everyone stay tuned.
Excellent. Yeah, because I got J. Cool did a little song for us for my inner song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I mean, that is probably one of my favorite songs that I keep hearing and thinking about it every time. The trio singing and speak singing really.
Yeah. I love J. Cool, and he has been so supportive. Always. He does a lot of the film music that I do, that I have for my films as well. And he's a new member of Women in Film and Television.
All right.
We always need men to be members as well to help women.
We're talking about that now, shortly. Laura, giving a shout out for Laura Klein.
Hey, Laura.
Said you and your dad, Rufus, are amazing to work with. Hugs. Right. So I want to know about this. This, being a minority is already a hard thing to be as a filmmaker. In the filmmaking community. Well, being a woman, it's harder.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's only very recently, there's a lot of the surge of women film directors and TV directors coming out. Not like
finally.
tell us a little bit about your experience, your personal experience. Was it a hard thing for you being a female director, producer, or an editor, or an actress?
No, look, I've been very fortunate. Look, I've been very fortunate to work with men who trusted me and, trusted my ideas and treated me equally. And, I am not the type of person to really wait around for anything. So I just sort of did my own stuff just because I wanted to do it. So I have not had the pleasure, I guess, to have someone sort of try to derail me or stop me from achieving what I'm trying to do. Okay. So I haven't got that level. We'll see.
We'll see.
Right, we'll see. But right now, everything's been good. Right, knock on wood. Everything's been good so far.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I was really, shocked that he had picked me to direct it, because it is, a hip hop, which is not generally thought of to be a female's realm.
Yeah, and did you have any hard time with that when they asked you to do document, when other performers and feel like, she's just women? And
no, they're all very receptive, all very respectful, and all like, okay, hey, want to know, is this right? Am I giving you what you want? Yeah, very professional.
Yeah,
like I said, I've been very lucky and very blessed.
I think we are in a very good cities. Cleveland has been very, very embraced and very much embracing the community as a whole. So that's really good. So tell us about the Women in Film group. That's one of the things. That's one organization you helped started, right?
Yep.
Tell us about this organization.
Well, it kind of started where I was, I had done my first short film, 5 days, which is behind me, 5 days. And I was trying to get into festivals. And so I was looking for different festivals. And they had a Women in Film. And I was like, hey, I'm a woman in film. So let me try to enter. And I was like, well, you have to be a member. I was like, a member? I was like, well, how do I get to be a member? And it was like, well, you have to have a chapter in your town. Okay. I said, well, go look for the Ohio chapter. Nothing. There's no chapter in Ohio. I was like, well, that's not right. We have a lot of film stuff going on between, here, Columbus, Cincinnati. There's a lot of film that comes through Cleveland. Through Ohio. And so we sort of just kind of got together and was like, we should do this. There's a lot of women that were coming up that we saw that were starting to do a lot of productions, like Jen Williams was coming up, Jillian Holt. A lot of different people were doing all these different productions. You're like, well, yeah, we should have people who are either interested or advanced to be able to come together and be able to learn from each other, be able to network with each other. Right. And, it's been really great because we went to the WIFT US, which is the US, all the chapters from the US have formed a sort of national board, which actually we get to be on the groundworks of, which there wasn't before. Yeah, we got right in on that. So, and now we have a link with Netflix. So we have a national crew list.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a national crew list, and now we've teamed up with Netflix. So anyone on the national crew list now, when Netflix comes to a city, they will be looking at our national crew list for who's in that city for possible people to be able to get work. So it's really a good time to join Women in Film on Television Ohio, because this is the opportunity. While everything is still sort of, things are starting to pick up, but it's still sort of a little uneasy because we don't know where this is going to go. This is a good time to get involved.
And this is for everybody. It doesn't matter what.
We have three men. Yeah, we have 3 men involved. It's all about people just wanting to see women be able to be treated equally in the film industry. That's all it's about. The members due is right now our due is $50.
Okay.
But we're actually going to have a special. We'll be talking about that coming up a little bit later. In the year, because we're just trying to watch it, but right now it's $50, but we're gonna have something coming up.
Yeah, that's not bad at all for a year.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. So how many members you have so far with the Women in Film in Cleveland chapter?
We have 67, and we actually we're actually the hub for Ohio. So there is a Women in Film Cincinnati, but per the national board, we're going to be the actual hub for Ohio.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So we have people from Columbus, from Cincinnati, from all over the state that we have involved. And luckily, Zoom has been really great because now we can connect with them like we couldn't before.
Exactly. And we are talking about women in film of the all type of skill level, right? Not only
this is for any crew. Yeah, it is acting, crew, it's lights, it's costumes, it's if you're a business person that's interested in having your business, if it's doing catering, if it's you just want to have your business in films, if you have an Airbnb, and you want to have that. You can be involved in women in film because there's always going to be filmmakers who need locations. So why not connect in that way? We can all use each other.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. I mean, when back in '98, when I did a DP workshop for people to attend for free, I have a hard time to find a female DP. It was the most difficult thing to find any local female DP until there was eventually there's one. I can't remember her name right now, but she was the only one in Cleveland, and it was like we need more. We need more of those, different kind of race and genders to be up there and do something different.
Right, and we've had programming to try and help. We've had PA for a day, find other things to be a PA. We've had a camera class. We've had just the basics in camera, basics in lighting. We've had how to do your own personal website, because now for actors, having a website is important. Right. It's how you're able to put your reel. It's how a studio is able to see you and know the traffic and know if you have, so it's important to have these things these days. We're actually next month, we're going to have one about permits. That's an important one. A lot of people don't know about the permits that you need. Yeah, we're actually going to get ready to have that next month. And DJ is going to be teaching that class. So yes, it's going to be amazing. So yes, we have that coming up. So we're trying to just help teach people, because not everyone can afford film school. Not everybody can, or either this might make them go to film school. Maybe you can get just a little hour of something and then like, you know what, I need more. And maybe then they'll go to film school or not, or whatever's in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, true. All right, I'm gonna show a few pictures that you sent me, and I'd like you to tell us a little bit about what's behind each one of those pictures.
Okay. All right.
I'm hoping anybody who's watching and listening to this, if you guys have any questions, throw in there. If you have any embarrassing comments, throw in there. I'd love to hear that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. Tell us a little bit about this picture here.
Oh, okay. That was from Heights Girl 2, which I did with Johnny Filmworks and Dave Snyder with HWIC Filmworks. And we did a scene. We shot it last summer, and it actually is on Amazon Prime right now. And also on, was it Tubi?
Okay.
Tubi. It's on Tubi too. And so it's the sequel to Heights Girl 1, which was my very first screen acting job that I did back in like 2014. And then now this was the sequel to that. So that was us looking at a shot that we did. They shot us they ran around us. We were doing our lines, and Dave was running around with like the camera guy with the sound person and everyone running around us doing this. So we were looking at the footage afterwards.
Wow. Okay.
That is from a web series I shot that I was acting in called Jason. And I played this welfare mom who was horrible, kind of like in Precious, that mom. She was horrible to these children, and she was about to whoop one, and that was when one like kicked me in my stomach, and then I ended up beating the other one because he laughed at me getting kicked in the stomach. So
you didn't get kicked for real, right?
No. But that's why I was mad. He kicked me in the stomach, so then I had to take it on the one that didn't run.
Okay.
So that is from Low Lives. That is from my scene where I had to was talking about gross, I hate blood. I was telling them it's so gross. Oh, that's Rashad. Shout out to Rashad Pope. Daddy Poke, as we call him. He is cinematographer. That was where we were shooting 5 Days, which is my first short film that starred Lisa Sanders Clark, who is also the president of Women in Film and Television. My mama, that's my mama there. So that was us looking at the footage, and that was really great because we shot that in 2 days, and I loved it.
This looks like the one in Coventry. No, I mean the one in
No, this is in Broadview Heights. This is in her this is in her complex. This is in her office complex.
Pretty.
And I loved this because there were no words.
No words.
No words. Just
okay. That's
just
a big
emotion.
slate.
Yep, that's J. Cool. He saw that in the store and he was like, "I need that slate." So he got the slate, and so now it's used in our when we're filming for the
That's so funny.
hip hop doc. So it's sort of running through the hip hop doc. You'll see it'll be in there.
That's a big slate. Oh, that's a mud fight.
Yep, that's it. That is it. That's when I got my fake punch. And I think it was after that when I cut my foot on a rock or something.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was good. It was fun. It was fun. I
How many
enjoyed it.
times? How many takes do you guys had to make for this one?
Oh my God. Probably like, well, it was. We did that one a lot because that was before I got dirty. So maybe 6 or 7 of that, trying to get it right. Because Keith did a real good job at making us do that choreography really well and us practicing. That
Was
we
he there
didn't mess
too
up too bad.
on the set?
No,
Okay.
no, unfortunately he couldn't be there for the day of, but we had met with him the day before.
Okay, that's good.
So yep.
Look at that, dirty.
Yeah, and that's how we looked afterwards. Triumph.
So you have blood
Triumph.
your shirt, or that's actually just
no? It was a red and orange shirt,
okay.
and that's all that was left. That you can see is that little red spot. I got it all in my weave. I was taking it. Oh, it was so hard to get it out that weave, my lord. So I was taking mud out for like 2 days. Oh, I love that one. That's me dragging my son out of a candy shop. That was a cool day. That probably after my dad, this one was my next favorite day. Was on my show. I had a dream sequence. So my son is always so nice and wonderful with letting me go out to film and not being home. And so he always wants to come on set with me. So I was like, okay, well this time I need to shoot a dream sequence. Let me get him in. So he plays my child in a dream at this ice cream shop. The Sweet Fix on Lee Road. They're amazing cupcakes. Wow. And the guy who owns it, he was amazing. He had like the best reactions in that thing. I wish everyone could see it. Nice. It's on my cutting room floor. Because we couldn't get the series. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, Jesus. Because it's so bad. Like that show should so be out. It so should be out. Oh my gosh. But that's film life for you. This is from the I did a pop-up film premiere. I was trying to earn some money. I was trying to earn some money to get the film into some film festivals to enter them. So I was like, well, maybe if I do like a little pop-up, make some appetizers and show people the film, because they're only like a little 5-10 minute film. So it wasn't that long. Then people kind of donate to come to, and I got Cleveland Winery to help out, Cleveland Urban Winery. And we had a little premiere and it was great. And we earned the money to get it into a couple festivals. Actually, nice. The festival we got it into was in LA at the Chinese Theater at the Indie Night.
Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was probably one of my favorite times too.
Did you go?
Yep, I did. That's it right there.
Speaking.
That is it. Like I planned it, right? I direct all my pictures, everything. So, but yeah, so that was the indie night, which is this. They have it every once a month on Saturdays in LA at the Chinese Theater. It's from Dave Brown, and Dave Brown is a producer, and he's like best friends with Jamie Foxx, and he always has these industry people, come, and he'll have like casting directors, because he's got a lot of influence in the industry. Well, I was so excited to go and have this one woman who, does a lot of the casting for BET. She was going to be, she goes to these events, and I'm like, oh God, so excited. And I just happened to get the weekend that it was All-Star Weekend, the NBA All-Star Weekend. So where were all the industry people?
So did you sleep that night, the whole time that you were in LA, or you just party all time long? Because it's LA.
You know what? Actually, to be honest, I did not, because that was actually the time where I have endometriosis, and I didn't know at the time. And so I actually had a horrible attack there and was stuck in the bed. So it was really just about me trying to keep myself comfortable and just survive that day, and then get back to the hotel and lay with a hot bottle. But I had surgery and I'm fine now. But that was really tough, trying to do all that stuff and going through the pain I was going through for those months.
I'm glad that it's already over. So
that is from Black Web Fest in New York City. My web series Now What got chosen to show there with a lot of other amazing Black web series. And so we went up to New York, and there it was awesome.
Nice. So this one Now What's right now in Amazon? In Tubi?
What'd you say?
This
Oh, no,
project.
no, that was Heights Girl 2. That is not
Okay.
my project. Heights Girl 2, I was just I'm just an actress in that
Gotcha.
one. This is my web series, Now What?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is my spirit animal, Robert Townsend. I love him so much. He is everything I aspire to be. It's like if I can get him and Nancy Meyer, like if I could be their child, it would be amazing.
What your
I
dad
could
gonna
just-
say about this?
I mean, as in director child.
Okay.
Like that's my directing styles. Like Robert Townsend and Nancy Myers have a baby, and now you have my directing
There
and
you go.
storytelling style.
Okay,
That's the
should be
best way I can say it. So those are my film parents.
Yes.
Okay, this is from I got to do some background work. I'd never done background work for a feature film before, and I got to do for the Black Panther film that came in this past I think it was this past summer, or it was like fall. It was like fallish last year. Last year, and it was awesome. Like to really be on a big time set. I haven't been on a big time set since I was did a film a while ago, like in college. So it was just great to just kind of see, all the different stars on there and how I aspire to have the type of sets. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was a story like in the 90s, no, the 70s, right? 70s or 60s,
Yeah,
70s?
60s. In the 60s.
60s,
It was the Fred Hammond story. My dad actually did the background on that day too. My dad was doing background, so it was great. We was in this church all day.
Yeah, speaking of that, he said that he would let us slide, so you're good.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's just the directing parents. Just my directing parents. That's from Heights Girl. That's from Heights Girl. That's the first thing. I was really nervous doing that scene. And you can tell in the scene. Oh, that's because it's not moving. When you watch the moving picture, you can tell me. I'm like, oh. It's just the most overacting that you've ever seen.
Look at that. Vienna with a nice picture.
Yeah, that's me and my dad. That was actually on this on set the day I was talking about. It was like the best day.
So Dad, are you having tears in your eyes now?
No, it takes a lot to get him going. He ain't no crier. It take a lot to get him.
Cool.
It would take a lot.
That's the last picture here. So it's pretty nice.
Okay, get going.
It's pretty nice.
Thank you.
All right, so we have another follow-up question from Lucy.
Okay. You can call me on the phone too.
There you go. Down the line, what is your ultimate goal?
Ooh, my ultimate goal is I want to have my own studio.
Ooh.
I do. I want to have my own studio.
How are you going to sustain it here in Cleveland? Because, it's really hard to have a studio going on here. Electricity, winter, gas, heating.
Yeah, but I mean, aren't films in the winter though? I mean, like, aren't movies happen in the winter?
Not a lot. I'm the only one to shoot in winter.
I'm saying, but like, if you guys shooting a movie and it's winter time in the movie, like,
Yeah, but it's maintaining it's very expensive here in winter.
Yeah. But I mean, wherever I would have it, I want my own studio.
Georgia?
Wherever it would be. No. I don't want to give him any more money or else. Like...
There you go. Yeah, that's good. So, we actually almost at the end of the time.
Oh, man, this went fast.
I know, right? It go really fast. So I got a couple of questions for you. I want you to give us for upcoming aspiring filmmakers. What would they expect to being a producer and a director and an actor?
What should they expect?
What should they do? Or what would be what kind of advice you're gonna give to a writer, director, producer, editor? So 4 things.
Okay. For a actor, I would say try to jump on as many sets as you can, even if it's just being a PA. I would say learning crew work, being on as a PA. Again, like I said before, it's a referrals business. You're only as good as what you did your last. And you never know. There have been times where I have needed a person and I couldn't find anybody, or the person that was supposed to come couldn't come. And now I got to pull a crew person to do something. So you never know. Or you can do so well that they're like, hey, that girl, that other, get her. She said she was an actor. You're talking to every day. You're working with these people. You're making a relationship with them. Unlike if you go in to do, let's say, audition, they meet you, they see you for like 20 seconds a minute, and then you're out the door. But if you're working on set now, you're building relationships with the people. You can start knowing about their family. You start knowing about, okay, well, how'd you do this? How'd you get into this? Asking questions. They get to know you. They know you're reliable. They know you're professional. You tell them you're an actor. Oh, really? Let me see some of your stuff. They trust what you're saying a little bit more than somebody who see you in the street, or I just saw you at audition. Here's my reel. I'm amazing. Here you go. So that's what I would do for actors. Is my best.
I did not know that that would be an opportunity for actors when you go to a set as a PA. I didn't thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean, because background is okay, but background, you really get treated like cattle. You're not really a person. I'm sorry. I've done the big, huge backgrounds. You're nobody. Okay. Yeah. I've decided that I'm not doing background ever again. If I'm doing a set, I'm going to be on the crew. Like a set that comes here, like a big movie, I'm doing crew. I'm not going to be doing background. I want to do crew. So that would be for someone who's a producer, I would say, get to know people. If you have ideas, you can kind of get to know who's a filmmaker, who's an up and coming filmmaker. Chop it up. Network is big for producers. If you have an idea, get it worked out, and just like I said, just try to get to know people, because the best thing you do is find somebody who is like-minded, has the same ideas, same goals, and try to get something together. For a director, I say just shoot anything you can. I'm gonna say this, and if you're gonna laugh at me, TikTok, it was really good for a film producer or director or filmmaker, because there's editing involved. You're trying to tell a story in 15 seconds, 60 seconds, and how you want to get your post to get is the more creative you can be. I've done some really great minute-long things, and I made a 20-second video on how I made a water blob for my son. 15,000 views.
Wow.
15,000 views on that. I've made wonderful content. So if you, and it was how I edited it, it was how I shot it, but that's what you have to do. So just shoot, film, do anything, do TikTok, a lot of editing on there, a lot of really nice ways to practice.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of great film tricks that they've done on there. So I would say for a cinematographer as well, or a director, TikTok's a great place to go. I'm just going to throw it out there.
That's kind of interesting, because I don't want to use TikTok. I mean, here are lots of issues with TikTok right now, where they actually steal your information and send it out. At the same time, I can't handle it on stress. If you could tell me 30 seconds, I had to edit something together, I can't handle that.
Mm-hmm.
Explode.
Right.
Yeah, but that's me. So, okay, that's pretty cool. I do have a question, but I can't remember right now. It just went over my head.
TikTok will do that to you.
True, you would, yeah. But did you talk about script writing? No, you did not.
I did not. Yeah. Oh, for writers, for writers, I would say that's another thing. Just write. I mean, luckily, it's a thing where it's an art form where you can just do it. You don't have to have a deadline. You can do as much as you want. Like I said, right now, as an actor, also, I've been like people watching, people studying. As a screenwriter, again, TikTok, I've been watching people and learning people. And you don't want to take a whole person, exactly how a person, but you want to take traits from people.
Yeah.
And if you take enough traits from people, you can make a full complex character, because we're all complex.
The fun thing is, I don't use TikTok, but I watch Disney Channel a lot. Because in Disney Channel,
everything.
30 minutes show, they can make so much story going on at the same time in a full circle. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, but as I said, TV, all type of things you can find. But I'm trying to study real folks.
Yeah.
Because I need them real. This is real. Your mind is really working like this. No one told you to think like this. Your mind really thought like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to dig in. So it's been great to people watch for sure. In the comfort of my own home.
Sorry, my cat just wants food, so this is
it's no problem.
He's very old and very spoiled.
He's talking. It's no problem.
Yeah,
it's no problem.
So
I got it. My 10-year-old just came in here. I got one. He came in. Mason, let's see. Come here. You want to say hi? My dad and my niece will get a kick out of it. You want to say hi? Do you have a shirt on? Come around this way. So this is my son, Mason.
Hi, Mason.
How's your hair? Real quick. Hi.
Hey.
Right there, see
my cat? That's John. He's 16 years old.
That's John. That's Johnny. There's people watching on YouTube right now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
YouTuber? Yeah, he's on YouTube, yeah.
Oh, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a more a specialist, but
yeah, he's a specialist. But we're on YouTube. He's a filmmaker just like mine.
Oh.
Okay.
He doesn't get.
He's like, yeah, he's on the computer playing Roblox, so I have disturbed him.
Not Fortnite? Come on.
No. He doesn't play Fortnite. No,
okay.
We don't play Fortnite yet. We're doing a nice peachy, nice little Roblox.
That's good. All right, thank you very much, Stacey, for being here with me, and
thank you.
Watching us. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. I'm taking a break next week just because somehow there's a bit of work, so I check out my time is a little busy now. But after next week, George Tutti will be on board, so I can interview him. He's a talented actor and recently did a short film that did really well, very dramatic. Everybody almost cried. So that'll be a good one to do. Yeah, it's a good.
Can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, that'll be nice. I can't remember the name right now, but it was a good one.
Okay.
But Stacey, thank you again for being here with me.
Lucy and my dad, thank you for asking all those questions. Appreciate you guys being interactive.